I'm going to make a sweet and pungent sauce. This is one of my favorite sauces that I've been using for many years, and you could use it with shrimps, chicken, pork, even meatballs. That's a stretch. Quickly, here are the ingredients just to let you know what goes into this, how delicious this is going to be. Fresh chicken stock, fresh pineapple, green pepper, a reduction of white vinegar and sugar, fresh ginger, carrots, garlic, ketchup, and soy sauce. And believe me, and a little cornstarch to thicken it up. The first thing is to make the reduction. And we're not going to waste time. I'm just going to show you what you put into this. This is going to reduce down to, let's say, 1/3 of a cup. So I'm putting the 2 cups of vinegar in there, and with that, one-third a cup. Is that 1/3? Yes, it is. 1/3 a cup of sugar. High flame. Just reduce it as quickly as possible. Do not let it brown on you. And when you see that it's down to about a little less than 1/3 of a cup, then just shut it off and leave it alone. Now there's a few items in this recipe that have to be cooked, and I want to have them cooked and ready when everything is added to the reduction, so it finishes very quickly. Now the 1 quart of chicken stock, I'm going to allow the onions, carrots, and garlic and the fresh ginger to just simmer. And when the items in the stock are done, just a little al dente, a little firm, then we'll just wait to add this to the reduction with a few more items. While the reduction is working, which takes the longest time actually, so what I would do, I would make the reduction and then let it cool, because you cannot add the hot or cold into that reduction, because it is so hot that immediately whatever's added to it, it just shoots up out of the pot. I learned that a long time ago. And you know, this sauce is delicious. And when it comes to sauces, it can make a meal. It's true. But what you do need is all fresh ingredients. Anyone that tries to make a soup using bouillon cubes or a sauce, the same thing, it's just not the same. And you could taste it in the end. And now we're going to add a few more items to this. To get the nice color in there, I put ketchup. And also for flavor. And after this is added to the reduction, then we're going to thicken it slightly. Always knowing that if you're going to make a tempura type item to go with this, or you have to cornstarch something cooked prior, that starch will go into the sauce and thicken it up even more. So you don't want to do that. And that was the ketchup. And we can also add the soy sauce now. I like keeping my soy sauce in a squeeze bottle. It's just so easy to work. And I don't like Kikkoman soy sauce. Terrible stuff. Yomasa is a good brand, and I don't work for the company. Now we're getting, see the nice color now? And into this also, we're going to put the fresh pineapple, so the flavor will come out. I have to measure the pineapple because I forgot to, so the pineapple's going in now. And we're going to add the green pepper at the very, very end, so it keeps its nice green color. Now let's take a look at that reduction. Now you have to be careful. As you see, it's really getting down there. I mean, you could walk away for a few minutes but come right back, because before you know it, this will turn to caramel sugar. And you'll have nothing left in there but a sheet of sugar, which you could still work with, but you don't want it to be, you don't want it to burn. So what you see now in the bottom is just a lot of foamy bubbles, and to play safe, you're done. So what do? Just take it off the flame and leave it for about 15 minutes. Let that cool down. And then we're going to add the simmering stock here with the pineapple and vegetables to the reduction, and then we'll thicken it up and you're all done. And what I've done, I've taken some of the stock out of here, put it in here, swirled it around to get all the flavoring, the reduction out of there, and present it in my wok type pot just for better viewing. Otherwise I would have poured it into here, but this looks better right now on camera. So now we have it all together. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar for flavor. It could be dark or light brown. It only affects the color of the sauce. Now we're going to thicken this, and you don't thicken it with a roux because you want to keep this color, so you use cornstarch or arrowroot. So the cornstarch or arrowroot is mixed with cold chicken stock, so we don't add water to this. And you just slowly drizzle it in. Now wait a minute, let me see how that is. As I said, usually you're going to put something in here which is coated, and the coated will thicken it up even more. That's fine. You don't want gloppy sauces on your plate, and after 2 minutes it congeals and this will stay nice. Now we're going to add, because we're done, I'm going to add a little hot sauce. This one I use to let you know if you buy this one, it's very hot. So I'm going to put a teaspoon, and the peppers and the scallions. Normally I wouldn't add the scallions until the dish is done and sprinkle them on top, but this way you get to see everything that's in there and how it would look. So that's it. Let's put some on a plate so you get a better view. Let's say shrimps were mixed with this and would go on the plate, or chicken. And don't forget, you're not going to sauce it up like that. You would add the sauce to the chicken or the beef or whatever, and then put it on the plate. And always remember, if you think it's a little thin, remember that you can always make adjustments when it's thin. But what happens when you make it too thick? What do? That presents a problem.